You know, tucked away in the final pages of the Bible, there's this single sentence that paints a really breathtaking vision of the end of time. It's this picture of a city lit by God where all the nations are walking in peace. And for centuries, this one verse has offered so much hope. But what if? What if the translation you've always heard is missing a really crucial part of the story? Let's take a closer look together.
So here it is, in that classic poetic language of the King James Version. It's describing a new world, a holy city so bright it doesn't even need a sun. In this world, the nations of the saved walk in its light, and the kings of the earth come and present their greatest treasures. It's just an incredible image, right? Ultimate peace and unity.
On the surface, it seems pretty straightforward. But what if the original Greek text tells a slightly different story, maybe even a bigger one? By looking closer at the actual words the author wrote, we can uncover a vision that's maybe even deeper and more inclusive than you ever imagined.
Okay, so to start our little investigation, we have to acknowledge a simple fact. Ancient manuscripts of the Bible don't all say the exact same thing. You know, scribes made small changes over centuries, and those tiny little variations can create different translations, giving us slightly different windows into the very same scene.
So let's compare two versions right here. On the left is that familiar King James, but on the right we have a translation based on older, more reliable Greek manuscripts. Notice the differences? In the older version, that phrase "of them which are saved," it's just gone. And so is the word honor. It simply reads, "The nations will walk in the light, and the kings will bring their glory." These are not small details, folks.
Now, these aren't mistakes. They're more like clues. They're inviting us to become textual detectives. To really grasp the massive scope of John's vision, we have to go back to the source, to the original Greek words that he used.
So, let's do it. Let's break down the key Greek words that really form the foundation of this verse. Understanding them is the absolute key to seeing the full, incredible picture.
We're going to look at 4 really crucial Greek terms. Now, don't worry about the pronunciation, let's just focus on the meaning. These are our building blocks, the words for shall walk, the nations, the kings, and the glory.
First up is ethne, and this is a huge concept. It doesn't just mean nations in like a political sense. It means peoples, ethnic groups. It implies this vast, all-encompassing collection of humanity from literally every corner of the globe.
So when the verse says the nations will walk in the light, it's painting a picture of universal inclusion. It really echoes other parts of Revelation that talk about a great multitude from every tribe, people, and language standing before the throne. It's a totally global vision.
Next, we've got basileus, which translates to the kings. But this isn't just about monarchs with crowns on their heads. It's symbolic of all leadership, all authority, and the highest structures of human society. Think of it as representing the very best of human organization and governance, but now redeemed.
And what do these kings bring? They bring doxon, or glory. And this word is so rich with meaning. It's not just praise, it's splendor, wealth, the very best of human creation. We're talking art, science, culture, all the achievements that make up the glory of a civilization.
This points to a really powerful idea. The vision isn't about erasing earthly culture, but about redeeming it. The leaders of humanity are bringing the best of their cultural treasures, the absolute pinnacle of their achievements, and offering them up in worship.
So, now that we have the pieces, we can finally put the puzzle back together and see the absolutely breathtaking big picture the author was painting for us.
So here it is again, that more literal translation. "And the nations shall walk by the light of it, and the kings of the earth bring their glory into it." With our new understanding of what nations, kings, and glory really mean, this verse just takes on an even more profound depth, doesn't it?
What this all points to is a future of radical, incredible unity. We're seeing a global people, not just one group. We're seeing the redemption of everything good and beautiful that humanity has ever created. It's even a direct fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies, like in Isaiah, that said kings and nations would be drawn to God's light.
So ultimately, this is a vision of reconciliation. All the things that divide us on earth, ethnicity, nationality, status, they're all healed. The beautiful diversity of human culture isn't erased. No, it's gathered together and unified in a single, harmonious act of worship. It's beautiful.
So what does this ancient vision of a universal ingathering mean for us today? Why does a single sentence written 2,000 years ago still hold so much power?
Well, as one writer puts it, this is a vision where every single barrier is just broken down. Ruler and ruled are now one people. They're all walking in holiness and bringing everything, their culture, their achievements, their very identity, as a joyful offering.
And that leaves us with a final, thought-provoking question. If this vision is about redeeming the very best of human culture, what does that look like today? What glory from our art, from our science, from all our diverse global societies is meant to be part of that ultimate beautiful offering? It's a vision that really challenges us to see the sacred potential in everything.